Fan Thinker series. Today we're going to talk about gratitude. They say gratitude is the best attitude, and I couldn't agree more. But what I really want to talk about, gratitude, is something that I have learned to practice. So we have days where we are just on top of our game, like nothing can bring us down. We are so positive, we have a great outlook in life. And then we have days when we really can't find that hope, we really can't keep hope alive, we really don't know how to cheer ourselves up. And this is where I feel gratitude comes best in. Now, for about a year now, I'm not very religious, but I found it's very useful when I do it continuously. Is I bought myself a notebook. Like, this is one I'm using now, because I've finished with the other one. So I bought myself a small notebook, nothing special. This I got in Kenya, and wherever you're watching, I'm sure you can find one that's if you're in Kenya, like 100 shillings. I can't remember how much this was. If you're in England, £1. If you're in somewhere else, dollars, whatever money, you can buy the minimum. So in this notebook, I call it my grateful book. And in this book, I make a point to write every day if I can, three things I'm grateful for that have happened to me the day before, so that when I start my day, I start with the right attitude of gratitude. And I found this to be super useful, and it is one of the tips I share in my latest blog for the month of August, where I talk about entrepreneurship chronicles and having focus in the middle. So this is tips that I share of what helps me to stay grateful, because I feel like if you have a grateful spirit, then you will get more out of your day. You will achieve more things. You will do more with what you were meant to do. Like if you're working for someone, if they tell you, I just need you to do 9 things, you finish those 9 things and even start working on the 10th one. Like, being so grateful gives you a zest for life. When I write down my 3 grateful things, when I get out of bed, I'm just like, I'm so eager and I'm so happy, and then I'm reminded that there is someone who can't get out of bed because they are immobile. There is someone who did not wake up and had hoped to and had plans for the things that they were going to do that day. There is someone who doesn't have something to do, so they don't know what they're doing with themselves. There is someone out there that's looking at your life and thinking, wow, I wish I could live my life. I mean, live her life or his life. So it teaches me to be grateful for my journey, for the things that people might take for granted. I have learned not to, because there is always something to be happy for. And do you know what, like, being on an entrepreneurship journey has really taught me to celebrate every single moment. There's so many things that may mean nothing to no one else, but they mean so much to me, because I know the struggle I had, and I know the sadness I might have had, because something wasn't going the way I wanted it to, or I was in a waiting period and I'm like, when's my next big break coming? So every single little thing that happens to me, I'm so grateful for, because I've realized if I focus on the little steps, then I'm doing the right thing, because those little steps are what are going to lead me to my bigger picture, are what are going to lead me to have that grand success that I've been looking for. And I just want you to practice. Like, if you don't want to write, we have phones. That's what phones are for. Get like, if you have any phone, actually, they have a note part, so you can just create a gratitude notebook and just write 3 things. Just 3 things. It can be as big or small. One can be the fact that you've woken up this morning, the fact that you have something to eat, you had a place to sleep. You don't have to have like oh, I got a source of income this month that helped me pay, etc. It doesn't have to be grand. Just those little things that you take for granted or don't even see them as anything, there's someone else out there who sees it as a big thing. And there's one time I got an Uber and I was heading to a shoot, and there's a lot of traffic in the main road. So I told my Uber guy, I know the way through the slums to lead us to where we actually wanted to go, and we can cut through traffic. So when we're driving, and I was talking to him, and I was like, isn't it funny how life is? So there's people in the slums that are looking at simple, nothing grand, nothing major, some flats that have just been built like across the road, and thinking, I would love to live in that flat. And there's someone in that particular flat or apartment is looking at a bigger house across the road and saying, I'd love to live that. And the person in that house wants to live somewhere else that's bigger. So there's always someone wanting what you have. So how about you take time to appreciate those little things? Because those little things that you take for granted or disregard are actually what help you celebrate the bigger things, the bigger dream, the bigger vision that you have. So I really wanted to share this tip. Get yourself a small notebook and write 3 things that you're grateful for today. And if you do be even better than me, how about carry it around, and every time something good happens, write it. Or if you don't have that ability to do that because of how your schedule is like, practice doing it in the morning, at night. If at night works better for you, whatever works for me. For me, it works better when I do it in the morning, because at night time I'm just like dead in my brain and I don't have the ability to write or think. So morning works better for me because I'm a morning person. So I love writing stuff. So I write simple things like anything really. I wrote like I was grateful for the lunch and talk I had with a friend of mine the other day. So anything, just have an attitude of gratitude, and because when you do, then you open yourself up to amazing opportunities, and you activate a happy spirit within yourself. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.